Okay, hey guys, just want to do a little review on the Savage Model 24 CS series. It's basically nickel plated. It's got a marine coat finish so it won't rust. And as you can see, this one's in a pistol grip. I haven't seen any pistol grips on YouTube. All I've seen are basically the full skirted version of it. So I thought I'd show this pistol grip. It's pretty cool. They usually come with a long skirt. However, I bought this secondhand, and all it's got is the pistol grip. And I am definitely in the market for a long skirt for it. And then I can get the best of both worlds. Come on, kitty. Move out of the way. Beat it. Sorry about that. So, anyway, as you can see here, it says, "Warning, heavy recoil. Hold securely when firing," which is kind of a no-brainer. Now, shooting this compared to a 12 gauge, I find it quite a bit less recoil. It's the equivalent to shooting like a 44 Magnum, basically. I got a 44 Magnum mare's leg, and it basically feels exactly the same. However, my accuracy with this gun, because it's a pistol grip, I've got to work with a little bit when I'm shooting the slugs. I shoot slugs, the way I shoot it, it seems to be shooting a little bit low at 25 yards and a little teeny bit to the left. Now that's all me, because if you put the gun in the vise and then shoot it, it shoots very true. So I just need to get my long skirt or do some more practicing. However, with the 22 over, I've never had a problem with accuracy. It's like a little tack driver. Quite enjoy it. Sorry, I'm just trying to get the cat out of here. It's fucking bugging me. So anyways, we've got a dovetail rail sight on the 22 scope. It says, do not use scope when shooting shotgun, but I mean, if you do it properly, it'll still work. You just need to be careful about the Magnum eye. Don't stick your eye right up to a scope. You shouldn't do that anyway. So, I mean, this recoil is nothing compared to 30-06, so I say you could probably shoot it with a scope on it, just do it properly. So anyways, the downsides and problems that I've had with this gun is right here they've got these two set screws. One for the upper barrel, one for the lower barrel. Those are holding your firing pins in, that basically float in there with a little spring behind them. This one screw backed off and I lost my firing pin and spring. I was able to find the firing pin down in the bottom well of my truck where the truck was sitting, where the gun was sitting in the back of my truck. But I couldn't find the spring, so I basically had to make a new spring for it, and I got her working, and it works just fine now. I put Loctite on both set screws just to keep them in. I used the red Loctite because it was basically all I could have, and it was strong enough to hold for the application. The sights, you've got a flip up sight right here, flip down for the bead on the shotgun. Sorry, you can't really see that. There you go. I'll put it up against the black. So, you've got this bead to work with. Otherwise, you flip that up for your 22 and use it like so. And it's pretty sweet. Works very well. I've taken lots of raccoons with this gun particularly. I've got a nice scabber for it. It's basically a tack scabber. I don't have it for the video right now, but it just fits in there. It's nothing special. And, yeah. Another downside is when I bought the gun, the gunsmith made sure I knew about this. You can see this fancy wiring and epoxy job. Well, for the barrel release or break open for the barrel, basically you push this button in and the gun breaks open. So that's what that's for. And it's obviously has broken, and a very clever gunsmith was able to epoxy it together, Dremel out a relief for these this wiring job, and even put some solder on it to hold it in. And this thing is like pretty sweet. It goes in there. There's no friction, no rubbing whatsoever. It passes through just fine. My only complaint about this gun is I wish this whole mechanism was metal and not shitty plastic. That's my complaint. I would love to have a gunsmith actually machine me up a proper one out of stainless steel or some nickel plated metal, because that would be very sweet. The operations now, we've got 2 extractors. They're spring-loaded right here and here, for the one for the 22 and one for the 20 gauge. You've got your, just like all other models of this gun, you've got your selector on the top here for when it's forward, you're shooting the 20 gauge. When you pull this little selector back, you're on 22. So there's a little firing pin right here, or that's your hammer, I should say. And it pushes against a little firing pin right in there. Oh man, Kitty, what are you doing? Come on. Oh, you're being a brat. So, anyhow, I'm very happy with this gun. I've got another Savage. I know I did a video on it. It's actually, coincidentally, right here. We've seen this 22, and I say a lot of bad things about it, and probably hurt its feelings and the whole Savage community's feelings. But I'm sorry, it is a piece of shit. If the gun don't work, if the gun's brand new and it don't work, I'm sorry, I don't care what you say. It's a piece of shit. And this gun, it works. It's awesome. It's a by far better gun, better made. Everything's better about it. People say, oh, that Savage is easy to work on. Well, good for you. I'm not interested in taking guns completely apart and troubleshooting why it's jamming and why it jams on every second shot. It's just not worth my time, nor do I give a damn. I've got enough guns to make up for the one that doesn't work. But this is the review on this gun. This gun's awesome. I really like it. It's probably one of my favorites. The reason for that is it's a 2-in-1 gun. If you want to take big game, small game, you go with this and a pocket full of shells, and that kitty is driving me frickin' mad. Get out of here. Go on, beat it. Fuck off. Go on, scoot. So, anyhow, sorry about that. So, as you can see, this gun can take small game and big game. If you were hunting rabbits, wanted to take deer, this gun would work fine, especially when I get the long skirt for it. Take grouse, geese, basically any kind of game. And if you want bear defense as well, it's got everything. It's your one gun for all. And that, I think, is pretty cool. I mean, a shotgun is a multi-tool. However, a 22 is very handy to have as well. And there are times where I'm like, I don't know which one to grab, shotgun or 22, shotgun 22. Well, I don't need to think anymore. I just grab this. So, there you go. Shooting it, like I said, it's very accurate. I have no real problems other than the fact it is a pistol grip, and I find it's a little sloppy with slugs for me because of how I'm shooting it. The minute you put in a vise, it shoots true, so I just need to work with it. It's because I flinch, because I'm expecting recoil, and I've got a weak left hand as it is. So that's got nothing to do with the gun. It's all about operation and operator. So, yeah, very, very happy with it. I don't know what kind of wood this is. It sort of has darkened while I've had it. When I first got it, it looked more red, and now it's sort of browning out. But that just might be the way the light's hitting it and things like that. But anyhow, that's really all I've got to say about it. I may do a shooting video of it. I'm sure you can see multiple videos online of something very similar to this. But anyhow, yeah, if you're thinking about just getting one gun and you don't know whether you want a shotgun or a 22, I say get this. I'm just going to say they do make the model 42. It's a 22 over and a 410 under normally, and it's all plastic stock. There was a period I was going to buy that gun. The minute I held it, I didn't want it. It was too light. And I didn't like the orange on black. If I was going to buy that gun, I'd completely paint it. And then we know what happens when you paint guns. The paint often will chip, and then it's maintenance, trying to keep that paint on. You know what I mean. So I just waited, and I found one of these. And this was the gun that I really wanted. So I got it. It's pretty sweet. So anyhow, the takedown of this is pretty simple. If you want to make it smaller, here I'm just going to try to close this with one hand. So we're just going to take this off, and we take this button here, and there we go. It's all apart. So there you go. As you can see, all apart. You can pack it up into a small bag and you're good to go. So there you go. That's really all I got to say about it. Hope you enjoy.